day 8 at the Brisbane Games and the first of 3 early mornings for both competitors and spectators. It's 7 a.m. and the picturesque Bayside suburb of Wynnum Manly is the setting for the 30-kilometre walk. Your commentator is Gordon Bray.
Australia had a strong team entered: Willie Sewall, Tim Erickson and Andrew Jackno. Stephen Barry from Wales. But the Canadians also had a strong team of 3. So the start of the race conducted over a 2.5-kilometre road strip on the waterfront in the Bayside suburb of Wynnum. The walkers had to complete the return journey of 5 kilometres 6 times, and more than 1,000 people were at the start this morning at Wynnum Manly to send off the 19 starters. Willie Sewall from Australia taking the early lead from Stephen Barry of Wales. In the early stages, competitors were fanned by a cooling breeze, and the pace was certainly on too, and after only 1 lap the field was spread out over nearly a kilometre. Willie Sewall leading from Barry. Sewall, the favourite for gold at Edmonton 4 years ago, finished with the silver medal, but he's taken 5.5 months long service leave from his job as foreman with the Ballarat Gas and Fuel Corporation for this event. Sewall and Barry opened up an early break on the main bunch. Willie Sewall, a former marathon runner, but found he was getting nowhere there and decided his boots were made for walking. The world record in this event is held by Daniel Bautista from Mexico. He set it in 1980, 2 hours, 3 minutes and 5 seconds. First time around the turnaround after 2.5 kilometres. And these 2 men holding a 100-metre advantage over the rest of the field. Willie Sewall's best time is 5 minutes outside the world record. So after the first lap of 5 kilometres, it's Sewall leading, but only narrowly, from Stephen Barry of Wales. And here the psychological advantage for Barry. Sewall takes his drink, Barry goes straight past, and that's where he gains a decided advantage.
Guillaume Leblanc and Francois Laporte of Canada.
Now Barry takes his drink, but already he's opened up a lead of 8 or 9 metres.
And Tim Erickson from Australia.
In third place, Chad Ram from India, Roger Mills of England, Tim Erickson from Australia, Murray Lambden from the Isle of Man, and then Graham Young from the Isle of Man. 3.57 is Chad Ram, 2.51 is Roger Mills, and 3.71 is Lambden from the Isle of Man. Stephen Barry, though, really turning on the pace in the 30-kilometre walk after gaining that advantage just after the first lap. There are specific technical rules in the walking competition. The athlete's advancing foot must touch the ground before the rear foot leaves, so that contact with the ground must be maintained at all times. With each step, the leg must be straight as it passes underneath the hip. In other words, straight in the vertically upright position. The course is patrolled by judges, and they warn athletes if they infringe the rules. 2 infringements result in a disqualification. And here a change in the minor placing. Sewall is passed by Marcel Jobin from Canada. That's called a shower on the walk. Stephen Barry is 31 years of age and hails from Cardiff. But look at the Canadians coming up into the minor placings. Jobin being joined by his teammate Guillaume Leblanc. Leblanc, number 165, is only 20 years of age, an engineering student from Quebec. But the 31-year-old Stephen Barry from Wales, he hails from Cardiff, which is the headquarters of Welsh rugby, really showing a clean pair of spikes. The two Canadians are still pressing hard. Jobin followed by Leblanc. Both men are French Canadians. Coming up to the halfway stage of the 30-kilometre walk, and it's Stephen Barry leading the way from Wales. In second place, Marcel Jobin, with Guillaume Leblanc in third place. Number 371 is Lambden from the Isle of Man. 497, Parker, New Zealand. 375, Young, Isle of Man. And 345, Elliott from Guernsey. And last but not least at the halfway point, the 15-kilometre mark, is John Matinda from Kenya. He's a long way from home, but he had plenty of friends there this morning. As the race progresses into the second 15 kilometres, there is nothing Jobin or Leblanc can do to catch Stephen Barry. Jobin, the 1982 national outdoor champion in Canada over 20 kilometres. Guillaume Leblanc has dropped back slightly now in third place, but he's still leading Australia's Willie Sewall. Sewall has walked 7 minutes faster than his performance today. That was in the 30-kilometre selection trial for the Commonwealth Games. Plenty of Welsh supporters near the finish line for their countryman Stephen Barry. His lead now is just over 2 minutes from Marcel Jobin from Canada, with Guillaume Leblanc in third place, Sewall, Australia, still holding down fourth spot. This is the best performance of his career. It's a new Games record. His time, 2 hours, 10 minutes and 16 seconds. It's 5 minutes better than his personal best and 12 minutes under the Games record. What a fantastic effort by Stephen Barry from Wales. You betcha, boyo. Marcel Jobin going strongly in second place. The home stretch, and Stephen Barry walking right away with it. 2 hours, 10 minutes and 16 seconds. The crowd loved it, and the gold medal to Wales. Is that a smile, or is it a grimace? And he keeps walking. Second place getter is Marcel Jobin from Canada. A very gutsy effort by the 30-year-old. He finishes just over 2 minutes behind Stephen Barry. And another Canadian, only 20 years of age. Guillaume Leblanc from Canada, a further 2 minutes back, taking the bronze medal, and there's Willie Sewall from Australia.
First in the event in a time of 2 hours, 10 minutes, 16 seconds, was Stephen Barry representing Wales.
And the winner, 31-year-old plasterer Stephen Barry, still had the presence of mind to quip to reporters after the race that he would get plastered that night. Don't forget to tune in to our next program on the events of Day 9, when you can see